thinking about you. Late days and we just think about your love. And I don't care what they say about it. Don't you know? Don't you know?
Greetings and welcome to EvonyBites, my friends. What are we doing in this episode? I think what we'll do in this episode is we'll take a look at building some troops. This video, as a disclaimer, if you're advanced in the game and you don't need anything new or anything that's in the beginning of the game, or you've already built a lot of troops, you can skip this one. Unless you just want entertainment. But for those who have never seen it, don't have the ability to do it, you have yet to do it, or don't really know what to do, what's it look like to build troops? You know, I have people ask me sometimes, how do you grow so fast? How does that even happen? Well, a lot of you know the answers to that. There's a few ways to grow a lot faster, but that's not really what I want to show here. What I want to show is what's it look like. So let's take note right now that currently my power is at 170 million. Okay. So from the outside, you might see me sitting at 170 million. I don't know, you go to bed or you go do a few rallies, you look again in an hour and I'm like at 175 million. And it takes you, a month to get 5 million. And you're going, what the balls? How does that even happen? What does that look like? Well, I'm not going to do what I'm about to do, nor do I ever do what I'm about to do to gain power. Gaining power is a result of trying to accomplish something else, which is to build my account. And you just happen to see it occasionally from the outside. This is true for anyone that you're looking at from the outside. I need to build a few ground, so that's what I'm going to go in here and do. Get out of here. I need to build, 275,000 or T12 ground here. So I've got to go in and I'm going to have to, you see the three things it takes here: iron, stone, and food. So what I like to do is go in here and just go ahead and get myself a little chunk of each one of those. You might want to be more picky. It doesn't really matter to me. I just needed some. So I'll just, dump some crap in here. I mostly need food. That's what it takes to make ground. So we'll just put about twice the amount of food that I put of the other two, at least. I didn't do near that, but at least put twice as much of your primary resource, in this case food, as the other two, because you're going to need it. And then you can hit, there's two ways to do this. You can hit training speed, finish all. Training speed, finish all. Training speed, finish all. Okay? This is one way to do this. You can see that every time I hit it, I'm using about 20 million food, 12 million collectively, stone and iron. Now let's speed that up. Train, finish all, train speed, 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 finish all. The only thing that you need to really watch while you're sitting here doing this is your food. Because as soon as it runs out, which is what I want to do, I always want to run my food out so my troops aren't sitting there eating it. So I don't care if the other ones run out, but the food is the point. So I have to run it down and not leave any sitting there. So I could just keep hitting train, speed up. Now, you can use gems. I can go over here on the left and I just hit gem and it'll just instantly happen. See how quick it uses 4,000 gems just by tapping that button. Now, it is tempting to come in here and just tap that button 10 times, but that's 40,000 gems. I only do that if I don't have training speed ups, and I do. You can see I've got 1,572 days of training speed ups, so I don't care. I'll just use those, So I'll just keep doing that now. Food's going to run out here in a second, which will stop my building. And it's stopping me a little short of my 775, but that's okay. I don't want to run the risk of opening too much food and being stuck with it open, which I wouldn't. I would just use it, but that can happen. So it's a good habit to not open too much food. About 300,000 iron, or 300 million iron, so about 650 million food. Should peel all of my resources down pretty evenly once it's all said and done. Even though there's twice the amount of food, because that's about how it falls. Alright, you can see the food going away is catching up to the stone and iron going away, so it's dropping at a pretty consistent pace. Oh crap, I accidentally hit gems. Yeah, but every time you come in here and build 100 or 200,000 troops doing it this way, you'll spend about 15,000 gems by accidentally hitting that stinking button. Oh, I'm gonna run out of iron before I run out of food, so I'll have to go get some more iron and stone because I can't leave that food there. Oh, maybe it'll work out. Oh yeah, it worked out. That's beautiful. Okay, so I'll leave myself with like 2.5 million food. The rest doesn't matter. Look at that. I made it to 725,000. Didn't quite get where I wanted to go. So let's go in here and just kind of pop up a little more iron, a little more stone. And, 300. Oh, yeah, whatever. 424 million food. All right. So we just hammer down here now. Sometimes you get a little lag. Hangs up, you'll get the spinny wheel. If that spinny wheel ever just hangs there for too long, go back out and come back in because the troop building feature will freeze up on you. Oh, that worked out nicely. Okay. So 795, a few extra. So I wanted 775 because that's essentially my March capacity right now. I want to be able to send a full wave when I'm killing bosses or whatever. But 795 is fine because then I can, let's say, attack several bosses or several people in a row and have some wounded and still be able to send the 775 instead of my March preset just getting smaller and smaller because I'm losing wounded. That'll compensate for a little bit. So I'm good with 775. It's also a good fighting weight. I like to keep everything kind of even. And so you can see I'm trying to even that out right now. Just got to make about 175,000 cavalry. And we'll be in the same position. But I want to point out, going back to the point here and answering the question, what does it look like to build troops? How do you really push that button? How do you push them out that quick? And how does the power go up? Well, if you look up there at the power now, it was 170. Now it's 186. So if someone were to look away for that, I don't know, 5 minutes or less, that we just now took to go through that troop training process, well, that explains the difference for you. When we go into to do cavalry, we do the same thing. I need to build a little bit. This time food is not primary, so I'm going to keep that a little bit low. You'll see on here this time it's food, lumber, and iron, and iron is the primary resource for horses. So I want to have a lot more iron. Opened. It will use a lot more iron. Yeah. Alright. Let's get after the cab that we need. $17.20. Now my conscription, the amount of troops I can build at once is low right now, but you guys be merciful. For those who, push for high numbers, it's very early in the server, and of course I'm lacking in some things. 663, and we ran out of, honestly, I'm just getting real stinking bored of doing this, to be honest with you, man. I know, I'm complaining about a really nice luxury, but it really gets tiring. Sitting here doing this freaking building, I've just already been doing a lot of it. Alright, let me try to run this food down a little lower so my troops just aren't eating me and stealing from me. That's fine with me. Yeah, I'm good for now. Just for the sake of the video, you can see a double example there, one with ground, one with cab, about how you can just go in and push troops. That's how you do it right there. I suggest having speed ups or gems that you don't mind burning and keep track of that, because they can go really quickly using those up. But you can see how quickly your power can move. Now keep in mind that's T12. Once you get to T12, it pushes a whole lot more power per troop when you make them. Same with T13 as you work your way up. Let me go over here to archers. When you get to T13, see here, power 81. You go down to T12, power 53. So as you build T13, it stacks the power a whole lot faster. T12 a whole lot faster, 11 a whole lot faster. But as you get lower in the troops, you can't just sit there and pump them out and your power move up that high. It takes a little bit higher tier troops. Anyways, guys, that's what it looks like to do some troop pushing, and kind of explains how your power moves up a little bit quicker. So if you haven't done that yet, don't be scared to. That's how it works. That's how you do it. Don't be scared to use your stuff. The stuff is there so you can play Evony and win. No point in having a treasure hoard there. Use it up. All right, guys, that's how you do troops. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate you guys' support and watching, and cheers to all my nerds out there. I am going to see you later, and hopefully I see you on the field. EvonyBites, out.
Because we all know, aside from the computer bites, it's the best, worst game on earth. You know the game I'm talking about. It's EvonyBites.